Hey. Oh my gosh, it's been so long, you guys. Whoa. Whoa. My god. Can y'all hear me? You know it's been a minute. Hold up. Hold up. You know it's been a minute. Hold on. Hold on. It sounds... Whoa, it sounds mad empty in here. That's because it is low-key still a little empty in here. I done forgot all my routine. I ain't got no music. Hold on, let me get my music together. Hold on, let me get my music together. Hold on. Let me get my stuff together. Oh, you know the Carl Casey. Back to the Carl Casey. Oh my gosh, it's been so long, you guys. It's been so long. I got like a whole new setup right now, as you can see. I'm glad this is looking kind of nice because it was a little hectic earlier. I needed some help. Shinji had some errands to run and I was like waiting patiently. Cause you know, I don't know how to set up tripods and shit, so I'm a work in progress, y'all. Let's see. The sound is good. Sound sounds okay. Lighting looks okay. I gotta figure out what my overhead is gonna look like looking down when it gets to doing the artwork. But sounds like it's good. Let me know if it's sounding kind of crazy to y'all on y'all end. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back on. Oh my gosh, it's been like 2 months, something like that. 2 months, 2.5 months. Hold on, let me get some get a lotion for my fingers. But yeah, Shinji and I moved. We are still in Brooklyn, but we have moved and in a new space right now. This place looks really, really cool. I decorated everything. One day I'm gonna show y'all. Folks in the server, my collective members in the server, they already have seen the new space multiple times. At some point I'll do a tour. I keep saying that, but like it's gonna happen. But I'm so proud of this. I'm so proud of this space. I got like a neon light up that you can't really tell is on right now because Shinji went above and beyond with the lighting. I wanted it to be a little darker so you can see like the light. But it's cool. It's cool. We working with what we got. How are y'all doing? We got some folks in chat. Otaku Noir. So you guys, exciting news. Otaku Noir reached out to me to work on some artwork for one of their boxes for September. So I'm gonna be working on that today. Shout out to Moody Senpai for the follow. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kage. Happy birthday, Kage. How are you feeling on this glorious day of your birth? I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're feeling good. All right, let's see. Damn, yo, it's been so freaking long. It's been so long. Seriously. All right. So, of course, family wants to call me right now. I can't talk right now, sorry. All right. So first things first, what's gonna be happening today? As I mentioned, I got hired by Otaku Noir Collection to do some artwork. Just another Tuesday. It's not just another Tuesday, Kage. It is the Tuesday of your birth. The Tuesday of the celebration of your birth. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyway. So today we're gonna work on this piece for Otaku Noir. And then after I work on some of that, I'm gonna be doing some character designs for an illustration that I'm gonna do for Otaku Noir. And do I want to tell y'all? They said I could tell y'all. Okay. So it's for their September box. It's going to be dealing with fantasy, and I got assigned to draw a melanated version of the cast of Fullmetal Alchemist. So we're gonna be working on that today. Because I'm kind of changing designs up and trying to get the characters to look as ethnically close as possible, I gotta do a few sketches and play around with their designs a little bit before doing a final piece. Otaku Noir has generously given me instructions for the layout, so I don't have too much to do for that. But yeah, so I'm gonna be working on that first, and then after that, we have some more time, which we probably will. I'm gonna work on some new pages from my manga, Resenter. I'm excited to work on those pages too. I'm trying to keep a schedule. I have 2 pages due, quota. That's my 2-page quota today. Yesterday's quota was 1 page, and I finished it at about 3 in the morning. Living that real mangaka life out here, but they look really, really good. I'm really, really happy so far with the first page. I started inking on the 3rd page. The 2nd page is where I would probably be focusing on if I have enough time today. So now that y'all know what's going on, let's get started. I may have to adjust my camera because for some reason I can't seem to get the what do you call this? Hey Thoreau. Hey. I can't seem to get my what do you call this? My preview? On Streamlabs you can like preview before you go live on a particular like scene. I don't have my scene preview. Usually I have my scene preview, I could kind of tweak before I switch it over, but like, we playing Russian roulette today, y'all. It is what it is. Alright, here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's a little dark. Let's get some light here. I think Shinji doesn't like this light, and that's why he tried to brighten up the room. I don't like how bright it is in here. I'm trying to figure out a system where the lighting for the majority of the room is dark, but just like right here, it's like kind of bright. I don't know. I might have to pump it up a little bit. So I'm gonna be using Fullmetal Alchemist book as a guide, and because this is client work, I need to go back to instructions. Just to make sure that I'm doing stuff right. Let's see. Alright. Let me see. Naturally, I've got my complete Art of Fullmetal Alchemist book out. So I'm gonna need that. And you know I always got Pinterest out. Cause like Pinterest is helpful as fuck for these kinds of things. So let's go in order, shall we? First character I could work on would be Ed. Hold up, let me just get my instructions together so that I know what I'm doing. Okay. So here's the thing, when it comes to like, creating like melanated versions or like black versions of anime characters, a lot of people have done it already. And I kind of want to do something different, but at the same time, sometimes what like that like design that's sort of in the ether kind of works already. And I was thinking about how to go about Ed, and the first thing I was thinking of naturally was adding some locks. I'm not sure. Hey Bionic Git, what's up? I'm back, baby! I'm back! Finally, from moving hell, I am back, girl. How are you? How's your day going? Oh, you guys, this is the coolest shit I ever bought. Look at what I got. It's an electronic eraser. Tell me that's not dope. Good to see you streaming. It's good to be back. I'm so happy. I missed being on here. I like switched up the layout and everything. I got new gifts. I had new music, opening music, but I don't know if y'all were able to hear it. Probably not. I'm not gonna lie, it's copywritten, and like, you know, Twitch don't play that no more, so hopefully I don't get no strikes, but you know. What's up, Ace? Alright, so boom. What's up? What's going on? Glad to see you back in the mix. Okay, let's see. I feel like everybody draws Ed with locks, which is fine. Let me see that. Zoom scotch. I feel like that's not a new concept, but it does work considering his hairstyle, so maybe we won't go too far from that. Glad to see you back in the mix. Did I send some sass there? You damn sure did see some sass there. That you definitely got that vibe. I'm feeling sassy today. Yes, I'm so happy to be streaming again, yo. This past 2 months has been like, ooh, that chin is a little too heavy. Hold up, let me get my electronic eraser. Hold up. Oh, so okay, I'm not gonna lie. This eraser is pretty cool. How like I can use it, but it's a little whack because the actual eraser itself is not that great. Also, hold up. I feel like we got some. I feel like the stuff that should be working is not working properly. Working. All right, y'all, is everything working? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Do I look okay? Do I sound okay? Hi, Kage. This chin is not where it's at. Is that the thing tattooists use when they make a mistake? It could be. It could be. Oh snap, Otaku Noir is in the chats. Shout out to them. Appreciate y'all. Good. I'm glad everybody can hear me. Sometimes, like, when streaming goes down, I feel like that eraser is not helpful in this bit. Let's not use that. I feel like sometimes when streaming goes down, like, what I see is not what y'all see. And that causes panic. Let's make some changes. Do this. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Kage's haki is stronger than usual. Must be her birthday. It is Kage's birthday. Happy birthday to Kage. How old are you, Kage? Do you want to share that with the class? If you really don't want to, you don't have to. Oh, snap! My young Kage is turning into a little lady. A grown lady. A grown-ish lady. A pretty grown lady. Kage is out here rolling with that Aries energy. Do I like this? It's looking okay so far. I might have to fix my camera because I don't want it to focus on my hand. But I guess it's just gonna be doing that. Pencils. Do y'all ever have this like weird thing with like constantly needing a fresh pencil? I feel like I do that a lot. It's like my weird quirk. she's that older than me, and it's only been a few months. I'm still forced to call her senpai. You are forced to call Kage senpai. Even if Kage wasn't older than you, you still gotta call her senpai. This side profile is kind of perfect, but making the front match with the side. Tricky stuff. The hate is real. It's no hate here. It is all love, bro. Trying to like sort of kind of look towards, not look towards, look to Arakawa's design of Ed and kind of match it, but like not too much. New streamer is hey potato chip. What's up? What's up? How are you doing? I feel like that's that lock is defying gravity. We're gonna just leave it there just for now. What's up, what's up? Working and hanging. Cool. We love a worker and hanger. When are you planning to move? Hey Art Messiah, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. These locks. Leaving last week of April. Get to go just from short-time clothes on to wear. Oh wow. That's so exciting. How long is the flight from where you are to the US? Just working. Gotcha. This we're definitely excited on stream, but this is probably gonna be a little bit more of a low-key stream. I haven't been back in like 2 months, so you know, I'm just trying to ease in, so it'll probably be pretty low-key, but I am trying to get quite a bit of stuff done today. Hmm. You're driving? 18-hour drive. Wait, are you in the States already? Yeah, 18-hour drive is far. Oh, gotcha. I'm kind of liking this. This profile is not quite the same. How's the new place? The new place is great. I love it. I'm so happy. The neighborhood is really nice. I'm glad that we moved here. Not that the other place wasn't nice, it just wasn't, I didn't love it. I'll be honest, I did not love it. This place though, I like painted the walls. I have all of my posters and stuff up. I actually took the time out to like decorate and plan. And it's coming out nice. It's looking really good, in my opinion. Are you around better food and neighbors? You know it. My neighbors are really nice. Like, really, really, really nice. I have a lot of neighbors that are incredibly neighborly. They wave at you in the mornings. They say good morning. They say hello. And like, I don't know. I'm a native New Yorker, so like we don't like native New Yorker like American, not like native and I have like immigrant family. Like native. So like we just don't be saying hello. We don't be saying good morning or whatever, but we do have a lot of like there's a lot of Caribbean people here. But there's also like a lot of non-American born people. So it's mad nice for people to just be like, hey, good morning, how are you today? And I'm just like, oh, you seem excited to see me. Well, shit. Thank you. I'm good. How are you? You know, throw a little good in yourself. That shit is mad nice, yo. I'm definitely gonna be that that type of person from now on, to just be like, hey neighbor, how's it going? There's I'm trying to tell stories without telling too much, but I have this set of neighbors, these two older gentlemen, and everybody, mad people in my neighborhood is black, mad people. And these two guys, and they were so like, when we were moving in, they were so like nosy, like, ooh, who are these people that are moving in? What is this Asian guy doing here? What's this? What's that? And it was so cute because like we had came in, and one of the dudes, since we had been unpacking, the dude had came in and was like looking to see what we were about, who we were, you know, new people in the neighborhood, what are y'all about? Don't come here with no foolishness. I get it. So he was looking, and I think he kind of realized like, okay, they might be cool, but was also like not trying to say hello first. And plus he's older, you know how older people be. So like he wasn't trying to say hello first, but he was on some like, I'm here, I see y'all, I need y'all to, you know, I need y'all to acknowledge that I'm here and say hello. So we said hello. I said hello first, but Shinji shied. And I gave an enthusiastic wave. And he was feeling it. He was appreciating it. So anytime I see them now, I just give them a big wave. And they be feeling it too. They be like, oh, that's some southern neighbors, the good ones. Yeah, yo, I like that shit. I thought that I wouldn't enjoy that. I really like that shit. It's mad comfortable knowing that your neighbors actually talk to you. I always get a little weirded out when my neighbors don't talk to me. Even when I was living in the Bronx, like where I grew up, you had neighbors that will talk to you, but they won't really have conversations with you like that. They might have conversations with your mom or like your parent or, you know, an elder or whatever, but like when you a kid, like they're not gonna have conversations with you. Maybe their kids will, but if they're older than you, ain't nobody having no conversations with you. So like outside of my mom's friends and stuff, I wasn't expecting nobody, not Shinji dropping dishes. Outside of my mom's friends, I wasn't expecting nobody to say hello or good morning to me. And then when I moved in with Shinji, it was kind of the same. Like it wasn't super friendly. It was to the point like if you didn't say hi to people, it was like they would give you an attitude. Like the thing that this older guy did was kind of cute because he was like looking to like to be acknowledged, but like trying not to look. But it's like in the other area, it's like if you don't even realize that like somebody is your neighbor, because sometimes that happens, you know. It's New York City. Not everybody is gonna remember your face or like what, like, you know. You need to be seen a few times before it registers that like, oh, you're actually my neighbor. Hey, how are you? But it's like if you miss those opportunities, like people are just not trying to talk to you. So I had one neighbor at my old place that was really nice. It was a dude. He was hood as fuck though. He was like goon hood, but he was cool. He was a nice guy. He was he was nice. He talked to everybody. He say hello to everybody. He's loud as fuck. He really was on some goon energy. But it's like the biggest juxtaposition of like nice guy and goon. It was crazy. But he was nice. He had a nice dog. We both bonded over dogs and stuff like that. And he was mad cool. Oh, am I in a fancy hotel? Look at your phone. And, yeah, that can be off-putting. It can be, yeah. Sometimes it's cute if they care and they're like trying to be friendly, but also can be off-putting for sure. Like a little kid trying to get attention. It was mad cute. He was just like a little kid. It was mad cute. I don't know. It's always really cute when older people do that too, because it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's so funny. It's like, I don't know. It's so otherworldly that like an older person is doing something like that. But it does come off as very kiddish and cute and like playful. So it was pretty nice. Hold on. Let me grab some water. I had a neighbor make me brownies once. It was adorable. She was just trying to be, oh, that's mad sweet. I've never had a neighbor make brownies for me. But yo, if I did, oh, I will say there was one neighbor. I used to tell y'all this before at the old place when I was on stream sometimes that the neighbor in the building next to our old building, our addresses were very similar, so we used to get their mail all the time. Even if they ordered food, we would sometimes, like the delivery person would mistake our building for theirs, and we would get their food and stuff, and we'd have to let them know what was up. And this was like constant. So whenever they would get packages or something, and like it would be put inside our building, we would bring their packages up to our apartment and hang on to the packages. And I would text them and be like, hey, you got another package. And I did that like a bunch of times. Because with the pandemic, you know, we got package thieves and shit. So it was just, it was a bit hectic. I think I'm gonna do Roy next. I was gonna do Alphonse, but Alphonse is just suit of armor. I might switch up how I do the suit of armor, but I think I'm gonna do Roy. But yeah, so because they were nice, because like, I was about to say because I was so nice enough. No, but like, because I was holding onto their packages and making sure their packages didn't get stolen, because that was a big thing that was happening. It was in the middle of the pandemic, or the middle of lockdown. They really appreciated it, and they got Shinji and I some pastries, a box full of pastries. This is mad pastries, y'all, and it was good. It was like the store that they got it from was like had some clout. Like they had been in magazines, celebrities went there, and like it was A1 pastries. They were mad good. That's the only time like a neighbor has done something kind of like that. Yeah, you remember that story, right, Brandon? Yeah, so yeah, just it was really nice. I wasn't expecting it, but it was really nice. That's super nice because you don't have to be freaking out when you're not home. Yeah, I do not like having lost packages. I don't like worrying over packages. Especially since my packages always seem to come when I have to run errands and shit. So it really is, I'm always grateful when my neighbor wants to look out for me and hang on to my packages. So I try to be a good neighbor and do that. And I was not expecting a reward at all, but you better believe I was happy as a bitch when I got those pastries. That's happened before. I got someone else's sneaker in the mail. Their building was a block away, so I bought it to them. It's really nice. It's nice when you have neighbors looking out for you, you know? Because don't nobody want their shit stolen. And like, you know, it might seem like tempting that you like get something in the mail and it's like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. Should I give it back? And it's like, yes, give it back. If anything, ask them where they got it from. But like, you know, I don't know. I don't like when my stuff goes missing because it might not even be clothes or anything universally interesting. It might be art supplies, something that's like exclusively special to me. Or sometimes I get a lot of my manga on eBay, but it'll be used and like that the shop doesn't have any more like copies of it. You know what I mean? Like it's used. There are no more copies. I'd have to get it from a new place. I would lose out. Regardless if I lost that package. So in those kind of situations, it really does help to have like nice neighbors because you know, that's something that if it's stolen and nobody is interested in manga, they're just gonna throw that shit out. But it's like that was mine. I'm like I can't get that again. I'd have to rebuy it from another store. So in those kind of situations, for me particular, it's nice to have nice neighbors who hold on to a shit. Nice neighbors are great. I love having them. Thank God I've never had a bad neighbor. Have I had any bad neighbors? I will say, at the last building that we were at, the last apartment, they weren't necessarily bad neighbors, but they were doing a lot. Y'all remember I told you over stream one time about my neighbor whose dog was hit by that car? Y'all remember that, right? That neighbor lived upstairs. And they were always an issue. I don't know why they were the way that they were. But I don't want to say they were bad neighbors, but they weren't great neighbors. Y'all know Yuki gets like barky sometimes when when there are people and strangers in the area or whatever. The lady that was upstairs, is that the arguing couple? No, the arguing couple was actually downstairs. Okay, that was the dude that had the goon energy. That was him and his lady arguing, and that was downstairs. But when I had first moved in with Shinji at that apartment, the upstairs people that I'm talking about now, there's like a father, like the main father, the dad who lives there, and then he has 2 kids, a son and a daughter. The son has a child with another lady they were living together when I moved in. And then the daughter also has a son, but she was not living at the apartment when I moved in. So when I was there, it was the father, the son's girlfriend, and their daughter. The son and the girlfriend and the daughter were really nice. The father was also really nice, but the father's son and his girlfriend would argue all the time. Every month it was an argument, and it wasn't like a small feud or a small spat. It was bombastic. Shit was flying. You could hear people hitting the walls or furniture, like a scuffle. It was big. It was a bombastic fight, and they would do that shit every month. And I was scared when I had first moved in. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because there was a child in that house. I did call the cops on them. I stayed anonymous, but I was nervous because there was a little girl there. And that was the first time I had heard an argument like that from them. So I didn't know if that was the norm. Not that that should be the norm, but like, I'm just walking in there in the apartment, and like on the surface, to me, everybody's nice and friendly, and but I was just a little nervous. I was just a little nervous because there was a small child in there, and it was going on for a long time. I was hearing furniture. I was hearing like heavy scuffling. So I had called them one time, just the once, because then after a while, I was like, oh, this is a normal occurrence for them. That child seems to be okay. Ain't nothing I can do about her. I can't help in that situation. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's the best approach for that situation. But I was concerned about the kids, so I had called the cops one time. But naturally, the cops came like an hour later. Somebody could have died already. But so, I mean, there was that. But outside of the constant fighting, they weren't bad neighbors. The son, the girlfriend, the father, and the son and girlfriend's daughter. The son and girlfriend's daughter was too cute. But they were okay. These guys. But now the father's daughter and her son moved in. And on top of this arguing shit, here's where a lot of the issues came from. Because I think y'all might have heard this on stream too, where nothing is happening. The dog is quiet. She's not bothering anybody. And the little boy would just come and knock on the door. I definitely told y'all this story. Because I'm like, it's flooding back. Like, oh, this was definitely a story time. So this little boy would knock on the door and just like run. And he would get Yuki all riled up, and I have to listen to her, woo, 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 and all this good shit. And that gets old real fast. And he did that a few times. And I had to get on him. I didn't get on the kid. I got on his mom. Like, yo, this is unacceptable. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but do not, like, you need to talk to him about something, like, about this. I don't want this happening again. This is an issue. This is constantly going on. You need to figure this out. So I had that talk with her, and to my surprise, the kid apologized. I was like, oh shit, look at you. What happened here? I feel like he did do it 1 or 2 times again, and then he didn't do it again after that. But I don't think he got the response from Yuki that he wanted. I think she was either sleeping or I don't know, but she didn't bark the way that like she usually would. But yeah, they I don't know, the daughter and her son, I mean, the son apologized. You know, he's a kid, whatever. We all knocked on people's doors and shit and did dumb shit when we were like 10. Maybe even older than that. So that was fine. But I don't know, the daughter, I wasn't feeling her. She had weird energy. She was like, I don't know. She wasn't somebody that she definitely wasn't somebody I would hang out with. She had like weed parties and shit in the building. I wasn't really feeling all that, because then it would just be mad people in the hallways, and as I already said, like, my dog does not do well with strangers in the hallway and shit, and like different noises and stuff. So yeah, she was a little bit of a mess, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. They weren't horrible neighbors, but I'm glad we are not there anymore. Yo, then there was this one lady, whose building was behind ours. Every afternoon, she would scream out, some stray cat. Scream out to like some stray cat. Named Blue. Who the fuck keeps naming all these animals Blue? I feel like everybody's dog or whatever is named Blue. But this was a stray cat. And this was when I had stopped streaming because I had to start packing and stuff. But this old lady, cigarette smoking sounding old lady, would just yell out, "Blue! Blue!" Literally at the same time, every day. And I'm so happy. I don't know actually if I caught any of that in a private stream. I don't think I did. It's possible that she did, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, there's no way in the world we were gonna be able to like continue stream and then have that old lady screaming in the background. Even with the windows closed, like you could still hear her screaming. It was so obnoxious, bro. It's like it was always something in that area, so I'm kind of glad to be out here and like chilling. I guess the one caveat about being out here though is that we do have wildlife now. We got possums. There are possums in the neighborhood. There are raccoons in the neighborhood. I don't typically fuck with wildlife. I like animals, I like pets, but wild vermin, marsupials, I don't do that. I don't do the marsupials. Do not do the marsupials at all. So y'all got any good walking trails? No, not in this area. We're still in Brooklyn. Brooklyn does have some like boondocky areas, but we're still kind of in the city area. It's getting a little boondocky if you walk a certain amount of like, if you walk in a certain direction. But no trails. I think the possums are here because of something that the city tried to do. I read somewhere that the city was trying to they were trying to cut down on the rat population by introducing possums into the ecosystem, and it fucked up. It didn't work out, and these possums are just running around, and I don't think they've been killing any of the rats. So now there's possums on top of fucking rats. Should have used the scream like you was Ross Draws or something. She's screaming Blue, but you know what that means. It's color down. Right? It's like as soon as that lady starts yelling Blue, it's like, well, friends, that's the end of the stream. Like, final thoughts today. Like, man, what is up with you? This Roy is looking a little too young. Hey, Banrook. What's up? Baby raccoon's cute as fuck though. They are the raccoon that I saw was massive though. This was like, you could have definitely mistook it for like, a British short hair, like one of those big fat gray cats. It was huge. It was huge. It was like the size of a toddler. It was really big. And Yuki wanted all the smoke with this raccoon, and the raccoon got scared for a little bit, and like, cause it was on top of a roof. So we have a backyard. We got like 2 gates, and it is like a straight shot backyard. Big boys are scary. They're terrifying, dude. So we got like a straight shot backyard. It's kind of a long backyard. 2 fences or whatever. On one side it's brick, and it's lower than the other fences. And there's a shed. I think somebody has a shed. Our neighbor, like right adjacent and like to the left, they have like a shed. So there was like a roof that connects to the other brick wall. And this fucking raccoon was on the roof. So like further out at the end of my backyard, it was on the roof, and then it was like kind of like scurrying about. And then Yuki was outside, and it was the middle of the night, and she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Intruder alert, who's this? So she alerted me that there was something there. I was looking, and I thought it was a cat initially, because there is a gray tabby that roams around. And when we went to the open house to see this place, there was a gray tabby in the backyard when we went to go check. So I thought it was just a cat. Oddly enough, Yuki doesn't really bark at cats because we have Klaus. I that's my reasoning as to why. But I was like, is that really a cat though? And then I was looking, and I saw the little burglar mask, and I was like, oh shit, it's a raccoon. Sorry, potato chip. I'll relay the story when you get back. But I saw the little burglar mask, and I was like, fuck, it's a raccoon. And then I saw it kind of retreating because Yuki was barking it out. And I was like, okay, cool, we might be all right. And then I think the raccoon thought twice and realized that like Yuki is actually not as big as she looks in the dark. And then the raccoon started getting bold and started coming closer, and I was like, oh hell. Oh no. I was like, get it. Terrifying. The closer that the raccoon got, the further back I started walking, and I'm like, damn, this is some beta predator shit. Like this raccoon gonna tear my ass up if it gets me. So it was a raccoon all along. You need a broom? I was paralyzed with fear at that time. I couldn't think to get a broom. I've only had 3 interactions with brooms. I've only had 3 interactions with raccoons in my life, and one of those interactions was that the raccoon was fucking passed out because it was dehydrated during the summer, and people like left Gatorade on the side. I don't have much experience with brooms either. I use vacuums, but yeah, this raccoon was fucking terrifying, dude. And the closer it got, the more I backed up to like the door, and I'm like, fuck, this dog is really trying to have the smoke with this raccoon. Like, what is up? Cause like if the raccoon jumps down and Yuki gets into a fight, I'm not just gonna leave. I gotta jump in. That's my dog. Like, yo, that shit was like, it was the equivalent of like, you ever have like one friend that's a little too gully and you can't really take them nowhere because like, you know, if it's a bad service or whatever, they get too like too hyped. They be wanting to fight and shit and talk shit and all types of stuff, and you just came out for a nice time and you just trying to chill. That was Yuki in that situation. It's like, Yuki, relax, let it go, bro. Like, let it go, it's okay. Yuki was like, nah, that raccoon is in my territory. I needed to go. Like, I'm out here trying to enjoy my backyard, my freedom. Like, it needs to go. And it's like, no, but Yuki, no, girl, it's okay, don't worry. And she was all about the smoke. She was ready to fight. She was totally ready to fight, and I was like, I'm not. Girl, girl, it's not that serious. But apparently it was serious enough for her. So she yeah. After a while, the raccoon ran away though, so it was okay. Gatorade for the raccoon. I'm dying. I wish I had a photo. I think Shinji has a photo. I shared it on stream one time before. I think Shinji has a photo. I'll have to get it for him later, but from him later. But yeah, the raccoon was passed out. It was dehydrated. People left snacks, Gatorade. That shit was so fucking funny, dude. Oh man. Now I'm here to fuck shit up. Yeah, that was Yuki's whole MO. She was not fucking around with that raccoon at all. I'm just like, girl, it's not necessary. Please, you don't have to do this. Ace, don't get blocked, bro. Don't get blocked. Coming from my bro. Coming from my bro. The disrespect. But yeah, oh man. I thought it was bad enough already with the raccoon. Now we got fucking possums. Jeez Louise. Banrook, are possums bad? Are possums dangerous? I read that they're not that dangerous actually. And this possum was terrified. I did feel a little bad for it. I got a photo of it. Hold on. Maybe I'll show you the photo. This possum was terrified. I know that that's where the term like playing possum comes from, where you just don't move. But I had never seen that shit, and it's the funniest shit in the world. That possum was like a fucking a statue. Possums are the most chill dudes. Really? That's good to know. Okay, like there's and this big ass funky ass possum. Yo, they lock up, show their teeth, and do nothing. This one didn't even show his teeth. He was just locked. He was shook. Look at this big ass hybrid rat monster. Like, ay. I can't. It's terrifying. I don't want to look at it. And they're terrifying in the dark. They look like barn owls. Like their faces. It's crazy. Yeah, my biggest problem with possums is that they die in the street. They don't die in the street, Kage. They get ran over in the street. I seen a possum with an automatic rifle one time. True story. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Only in Queens they do that, dude. They're cool dudes with little people hands. Oh my gosh. They better be cool, because otherwise they get in the broom. I'm not dealing with that. She caught a pin of massive splitter in 4K. That's crazy. And why I believe it. Yeah, yo, it's crazy. I've never had that issue before. Never had that issue before. Oh man, I'm gonna pin that comment. That's pretty funny. Oh, I can't pin comments? Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Let me get some reference. Let me get some black man reference. Oh man. Yeah, so Shinji is enamored with the fact that we have wildlife. He was the one that took those pictures and he got so freaking close, and I'm just like, if that thing jumps off the freaking side of that wall and comes to get you, you have nobody to blame but yourself. I want no part of that at all. Oops, everybody's chatty today. Everybody's calling. Hold on. Okay. So I kind of want to get some reference for Roy. Anybody got any actor, model, any ideas for who Roy should look like? I'm kind of drawing a blank, low key. Like, this is fine. This is fine, but like, it does help when you have some reference, like an actual human being that you can kind of like pull features from and stuff. Oh, Tyrese Gibson. Isn't Tyrese Gibson bald though? I need Tyrese Gibson with hair. So I'm like, who has the squint? Wait, is it Tyrese Gibson? This is not the Tyrese that I was thinking about. Why did I not think that this was a Tyrese out? Like, obviously this is Tyrese. There's another Tyrese. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? He was a model back in the day. Cause in Queensbury strive for excellency even in rodents. In about 20 years, they're gonna go from holding weapons to voting. That's disgraceful, bro. You got marsupials voting? Gross, bro. That's what your future is gonna look like? Terrible. Who is that one model? Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Not Tyrese Gibson. I'm saying Tyrese Gibson, but it's another model named Tyrese. I think his name was Tyrese. He was like popular in the 90s. Hold on. Oh, Tyson Beckford. There we go. That's what I'm thinking about. Not Tyrese, my bad. But also, he ain't got no hair. Let me get back on Pinterest to get some hairstyles going. Might just be like maybe just a simple fade. It can't just be a simple fade because this is military. So alright, let me try to get some work done. I done told y'all about my whole possum raccoon situation. Which I still cannot believe we went through, but you know. I was looking up if possums are dangerous because I need to know. And apparently some people keep possums as pets. That's so weird to me. But, you know, I've had pet hamsters and people find that to be weird, even though they're so cute and tiny. But, you know, I get it. I get it. I don't know if I'd have a possum as a pet. I'm not gonna lie, raccoons are really cute. I'd consider having a raccoon as a pet, but like young, like real young, because they do get a little terrifying when they get older. My raccoon would have to be on a diet, because when they're big, they I don't know, the energy is different. The energy is different. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Let me just get my search up on Pinterest. Yo, have y'all seen Bel Air? I searched black guy hairstyle and Brad Pitt came up. Do better, Pinterest. Do better. Have any of y'all seen Bel Air? I'm kind of feeling that. I haven't seen Bel Air yet, but I did see a I did see a what do you call this? I saw a video analyzing some of the themes and the stuff going on in Bel Air, and I was like, huh, I kind of want to check it out. Good on Bel Air, do not need. Why? Did you hear something I didn't hear? I'm curious. Now you gotta share tea, Brandon. I wasn't super enthusiastic about it. I thought it was kind of an interesting idea, but I wasn't super enthusiastic about it just because, you know, there's been a lot of like reboots and remakes and stuff happening, and you know, I'm not into it like that. But apparently, according to this analysis video, it's not doing bad stuff. It's not regurgitating old stuff. It's looking at what the source material was and then updating it and critiquing what was there, but like for our current landscape. The guy that I was watching is Speak the Signifier, and he was talking about how like okay, the video is layered, it's very heavy, and there's a lot of different stuff going on in it, but it was a good watch. But the video started out with the topic of like the slap heard across the world with Will Smith, and it was talking about that, and like it was talking about other stuff and using Bel Air to contextualize certain things, and it was a good video. But he kind of made a case for Bel Air, so I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting lens from which he presented. I might check it out. I might. Nope, I didn't hear anything. I just super don't care, I guess. Also, the shift towards more and more dramatic storytelling has me drained. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty whack. Like, why can't we just have funny shit? Funny shit? Like, not everything has to be analyzed, so I definitely get that. But he did go into that. Didn't make him... Yeah, Brandon, the video, it was recent. The video about Will Smith, at the Oscars, and the slap heard across the world. It was a good video. What's the name of the YouTuber? His name is Speak the Signifier. I think all black males, especially ones living in America, should watch his stuff, because he's really, really good. It's taught me a lot about like the American black male experience, which I didn't know. Plenty of shit that I didn't know, where I'm just like, I didn't know black guys go through this. Not the super obvious shit, but like it definitely more enlightening so enlightened. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that was like, hold on, sorry y'all. He breaks things down, and like there are things that I didn't realize that black dudes go through, where I'm like, didn't know that. Okay, I appreciate that perspective. Let me pop the link. That's to his video, and then you can check out some of his other stuff from there. What is going on? Why is the chat box hidden? What did I do? When did I hide the chat box? I'm like, why isn't the chat popping up over here? What's going on? I freaking hid the chat box. Okay. Is it working? Let me just... Okay, chat box is working. Okay, there we go. How the hell did I hide the chat box? What the heck? Anywho. So Roy has bangs. Black men don't be having bangs. Not really. How do you get that image across? But he's also like military, so like. Hold on, are there any bald characters? Nobody else is bald, right? Winry, clearly Winry's not bald. Still gotta draw. I gotta draw Scar. I should make Scar light skin. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Maybe that's not a great hairstyle since Scar has that hairstyle. This has to be military looking. Let me check Pinterest on my phone real quick. Military. Thank you so much for the sub, Zay. How are you feeling? I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. What's going on? Thank you for joining. How's your Tuesday? Thank you for the sub and for the support as always. You missed it yesterday. I did a tour of the new studio. I'll have to show it to you. I'll have to show it to you at another time. But how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be back. We've just been pretty chill this stream, so it's a very laid back, nice little family reunion sort of situation happening. You know, you tired? Oh gosh, oh gosh. I've been like sort of kind of keeping up with stuff in the server while I was out, but not fully keeping up. I know you were working on some deadline stuff and hoping that being a project leader was gonna work out. Did any of that stuff come through yet? I kind of woke up and saw you on the Discord and felt, oh snap. It's all good. You've been doing a lot. You've been doing a lot. Get your rest. Get your rest. We have the summer. I'm kind of feeling this. I'm kind of feeling this. Roy look Jamaican as hell, don't he? I'm kind of here for that though. I'm feeling Jamaican Roy. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this Roy. Little fade there. Of course, it's finished now. I got really good feedback. Ooh, congratulations! Prepping for this exam, also tweaking my CV for another job. Ooh, you've definitely been working hard, bro. Get your rest. Get some good rest. Good sleep. Look forward to another studio tour. I look forward to giving it. We were actually we were talking yesterday for the creator room session, and Kage brought up a very, very good question about like balancing wearing different hats as an artist and as like a content creator, and like how to balance those things. And yeah, there were some good answers that were put out, and yeah, it's all tough, it's all difficult regardless, so you know, but it was a good conversation. It was a good conversation. Let me adjust some stuff. Sorry y'all, I'm about to start shifting some things a little bit. I can't believe I had the chat box hidden this whole time. Also, there is some stuff that's on here that are not working for some reason. Like my viewer counter is not working. I don't know what's going on. This is pretty weird and it's a little annoying. But it is the first day back. So Streamlabs is like, I'm gonna humble you. And you know what? You do what you feel like you need to, Streamlabs. You do what you feel like you need to. We're not lagging to my knowledge, so you know, it's the best that we can do. I saw a good number of you in there. Creator Room was popping. Creator's Room was popping, yo. It was a good time. I appreciate y'all so much. Oh man, cause when I'm gone and then come back, y'all do be showing up. Y'all be showing up and showing out. I appreciate it. Looking forward to some more creator room sessions. I will say though, because Resenter, I'm trying to meet the deadline for the Creators for Creators grant. And I'm gonna have to slow down on the community events in the server, unfortunately. Once that's done, then I can kind of get like on a normal schedule. Maybe do a few things, I'm not sure. Maybe. So you back now? I'm back now. I moved in. Shinji was kind enough to sort of like do some supplementary cleaning, because we had cleaned up and organized a few things, and I don't know, once we had unpacked our work stuff, it was kind of like, well, I guess we're working now, and then that was it. And we didn't quite unpack the way we were supposed to, or we didn't quite clean up everything in the way that we were supposed to. So the other night, Shinji was kind enough to clean up a lot of stuff. So we're moved in. It's gonna get real comfortable in here soon. Let me focus on this a little bit. This man got something else eyebrows. It's not gonna work. Whew. Let's see. But y'all can see everything all right? Y'all can hear everything? It's a little dark in here. I need to figure out the lighting so that I can have it be dark in the background when you look at me, but then focus all the lighting here so that all of this here is crystal clear. Trying to get my trying to get my lighting together and stuff. Is this correct? Is his face leaning? Is there a lean? Am I detecting a lean? I don't know any hairstyles that would like, I guess, translate into Roy. I think this might be okay. I'll just have to show his gloves so that people will know who he is. I just realized that what's old girl her name? May is not in the cast for this poster. I have a bone to pick with y'all, Otaku Noir. May is my girl, and y'all ain't got her in here. But it's all good. It's all good. That's a nice color. Thank you. I did it just before stream because I was like, you know, my hair is like, I wanted to put on the wig, but like I ain't got no time, so I gotta spruce it up in another way, you know. My girl May is not here. I'm pressed. She saved the world. Without her, they'd be doomed. Yo, so just to kind of reiterate, not reiterate, but to what's that term that they use on Clubhouse? Reset the room. There we go. To sort of reset the room for anybody who's just popped in and doesn't really know what I'm doing. I was hired by the amazing Otaku Noir collection to create some artwork for their September Dropbox. And if you don't know, Otaku Noir has a company where they send out anime Dropboxes. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe all of the work that is, all of the products and the art that's within their boxes are all created by Black people. So very, very blurry vibes, and if you're into that, definitely check them out. The finished artwork for this should be in their September box, like I said, and it's gonna be the melanated versions of Fullmetal Alchemist characters. So, you know, just putting that down for you to pick up. Yes, Maze is supposed to be there. Maze, Winry, Izumi should be there. They are there, but my girl May, bro, it's all good though. It's all good. May came kind of late in the anime, so you know, she's like the latest. It's between her and Olivier. I don't know who came in after. I don't know who came in first. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm trying to contain myself from drawing Izumi because she's one of my faves. She's one of my faves. I don't want to draw Winry though. Not right now. Let me draw Izumi. Izumi's gonna be easy. It's just, you know, Izumi has locks already. We're not gonna do much different. We're gonna just, you know, keep it cohesive. Let me just get my Pinterest and get some reference. This is disgraceful, but I definitely have more reference for Black women than for Black men. It is what it is. Y'all know what I'll be drawing. It is what it is. But let me try to find some hair, a little bit of hair reference. I don't want to just go straight ponytail. Maybe she could have a top knot, like a lock top knot. That'd be kind of cool. Let me find Izumi. I mean, a top knot is not much different than what she has, but like, you know. I still cannot believe I have this book. Oh my gosh. What a treasure, yo. What a treasure. My sister bought this for me for Christmas. But it wasn't like, she didn't pick it out. She bought it for me in the sense of, she gave me the money and was like, pick up your Christmas gift. And I was like, cool, cool. I'll do that. Okay, Uzumi's gotta be in here somewhere. Where's my girl at? I have a book for reference for a reason. So I didn't have to search this up on Pinterest. Arakawa, what's happening? This is, oh, this little ass, this tiny little, y'all see this? The disrespect here? What's going on here? This big, huge picture and it's just this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Uzumi. Oh man, Uzumi is my girl. Let me just find a little bit of reference. Who is this? I'm kind of feeling this. How old would Izumi be? Probably like late 30s maybe? Kind of like in his face. obscure people as if like a young Angela Bassett doesn't exist. Like, bro, what? Yeah, I need the Stella got her groove back days. Where's where are those pictures at? Oh man, young Angela Bassett looks so different. Okay. So I'm like, this isn't quite working. Didn't even think of that concept, good idea. Right? Azumi is totally a young Angela Bassett. Muscles and all, yo. That's not the pencil on. I'm getting that like weird sensation to switch my pencils up. Wait, where? Oh, my switch up is not working the way I had planned. Let's just get this going for now. Move some of this stuff around. I feel like I have so much space on my desk, yet so little space. It's the weirdest sensation. I kind of want to do like a top knot sort of situation instead of just the ponytail. I wanted to play around with the length a little bit. Like a bob. Not a bob. A bob is too short. Not quite a bob, but like neck length, shoulder length, hair, more like neck length. Something like more like this. I'm kind of feeling this a little bit, not gonna lie. Like a shorter hair instead of the long locks. Azumi's too easy. I don't want this to look exactly like Azumi, but like, if you know, you know. I kind of like the shorter. Yeah, that's gonna be our Azumi. I don't have to do no front view. We all know what Angela Bassett looks like. That's gonna be Azumi. Alright. How much time do I have left? I thought I was gonna be able to work on look at this massive book of my schedule. Ooh. I thought I was gonna be able to work on Resenter on stream, but maybe not. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. We got Edo. We got Roy. We got Izumi. Who's next? Alphonse. I'm not sure what to do with Alphonse. What do y'all think? Otaku Noir. We doing suited up Alphonse? We doing human Alphonse? I don't know. Cause suited up Alphonse is basically suited up Alphonse, but that could still change. There could be like a little joke of his suit thrown in there for shits and giggles. Suited Alphonse, okay. I might add a variation to his suit just to like make it a little different. So I'll do Alphonse off stream because I'm not trying to embarrass myself by trying to make all these mechanical parts with eyes on me. Trying to think how to make it look different. Yeah, I'll figure something out. I don't want it to be exactly the same. It'll be like enough so that people know who it is. I definitely want to add some changes, some slight changes. Let's see. I guess we can do Henry. Zay. And a little. Oh, I like this Azumi. Oh, I like this Azumi. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna fix this. I'm not gonna do it now, never mind. I need to fix the focus on my camera. But that's fine. Wenry. Mechanic Winry, plainclothes civilian Winry. What y'all thinking? Let's see. I could Mechanic Winry is always cute. But Not gonna lie. Mechanic. She's mostly known for being a mechanic. Alright, so Mechanic Winry. Let's see. Mechanic Winry. Come on, book. I'm not gonna lie. I love when black girls have blonde hair. Or like not just black girls, but darker skinned girls in general, when there's blonde hair there. Like not like platinum blonde. Platinum blonde is a little too bright for me, but like that golden blonde, it's dumb cute. So I'm still I'm kind of in the camp of keeping Winry blonde. But oh, that's not quite the same outfit. I'm kind of leaning towards not changing Winry up too much. Her design is good anyway, I think. But also, like I said, love a brown skin baddie in a blonde wig. I enjoy that. So let's see. Oh, I need the scarf. Where's the scarf at? How you got? Come on, Arakawa. Come on, girl. Oh, there's kind of Winry, Mechanic Winry. That might be the best I can do. I can't find a bigger picture of Mechanic Winry right now. Alright. So we know she's got the halter. The scarf. Okay. She's got the halter. Alright. And then the mechanic jumpsuit. What is anatomy right now? Who is she? We don't know her right now. Okay, so little scarf. You know we love our scarves. I could change the scarf. I don't necessarily want to keep... I don't necessarily want to keep the straight blonde hair, but I do kind of like the straight blonde hair on on darker skin. But like, we could also do, you know, a nice blonde fro. Why not? Shit. We could do that. I'm kind of thinking about like an edges scarf as opposed to this like bandana that she got. So like, I'm kind of thinking like one of these, but like a little thicker. The hair does not have to be blonde entirely. I kind of like the blonde hair though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe that's a bias because my mom had blonde hair when she was younger. Not naturally blonde hair, but like my mom would always dye her hair like when she was a teenager and like when she was a young woman. So she even dyed my hair, not gonna lie. She dyed my hair when I was a kid, blonde. And I hated it then. but I think I have a bias towards like dark skin and like blonde hair, like gold blonde hair. I think it's kind of cute. Blame my mama, she did it. I'm thinking like this, you know, like Winry's trying to keep the edges protected, but also trying to like do her work. Yuki making a ruckus. When is Yuki not making a ruckus? You knew it was bound to happen. Yuki just be out here doing her own thing. Don't expose Mama Panda like that. She did. Mama Panda, hold on, do I have that photo? There's a photo of her in high school with like blonde highlights in the 70s. Like, Mama Panda be out here. Mama Panda was living her life. And she dyed my hair in the process. I was so scarred, y'all. I was so scarred. I should have a trauma of it. I mean, I don't dye my hair. I would like to, but I don't because I'm afraid of it falling out. But I should have more of a trauma with blonde hair, but I don't. I don't know. I think it looks nice on dark skin. My mama was in her bag. She knew what the fuck she was doing. She was on her baddie. She was on her baddie behavior back in the day. With the blonde dye. Is her hair too long? I think I might give Wendy short hair too. I want Olivier to have the Aaliyah locks because she deserves that. Winry though, I think might have shorter hair. Let her have her Mariah Carey moment in peace. My mama really was having a Mariah Carey moment. Like, she started that shit. She was like, yo, I'm going blonde. In high school. You know how traumatic it can be to do like looks in high school? My mom was like, that's cute, but I'm here. Is it too much? Okay, see, Winry's gonna need a separate page. Okay. So now I'm kind of like, I'm really in my mental creation space. Is it too much to have Winry have a top knot scarf? That wouldn't be too much, right? Or like, ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh wait, okay, wait, hold on. I'm excited. Wait, I just want to get some reference for this hairstyle that I'm thinking about. Nah. Okay. Okay, let me just get the reference so that I know that what I'm thinking about actually exists. But I'm thinking, right? Because this doesn't have to be like the original. Like, it can be close, it can have hints. But it doesn't have to be so close, you know? It's not my favorite thing when artists make these sorts of like melanated versions of these characters and then just kind of like keep it the same and like slap some brown skin on them. It's so boring. It's like a missed opportunity to try to like create something different. So I'm trying to change it up without changing it so much that people can't recognize who's who. Okay, is this what I'm looking for? This is what I'm looking for. Okay, hold on. Another reference right here. Okay. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This right here. And this right here. Okay. Let me make sure you can see this. I'm thinking this is too high up. I'm gonna draw her a little lower. Just to get an idea of what's happening here. Just like one of these. And then why did I draw her crooked like this? It's like tilted. Chest might be a little too big. That's a little too small. I have a bias to drawing big chested women, clearly. Clearly. Her head looks really big right now, but this is just for creation purposes, not for anything else. Where is oh, here we go. Okay. I like this. I like the way this looks a lot, actually. I think this is our win read. We're gonna do this. Let me just try to get a face crafted. I feel like oh, today is one of those weird drawing days. I don't know if it's because I'm on camera again or what. It's like a weird face day or something. I can't get my head shapes together. Yeah, we like that when we look. I'm liking it too. This is a cute one. Hey, Real Johnzo. What's up? What's up? Tag yourself. I'm the crypt keeper. What? What? What's going on? How are you? On your overlay, yeah. I love the crypt keeper. He's a lively guy. Let's see. That's very interesting. Doing well. Came out. Trans says bespoke. Congratulations. Congratulations. What are your pronouns? To make sure that I'm caught up to date. They, them. Alright, cool. Congrats again. It is a new day. How are you feeling? Are you excited? Nervous? I still like the binies. Ah, gotcha. In time. I can't get my head shakes right. It's just not happening. I'm doing well enough in a spot where Twitch is my only hope for income. Pray for me. I'm sending all the good vibes your way. Good luck. Good luck. At least it's Twitch though, and not YouTube. YouTube sucks, yo. It is so hard to make income on YouTube. You're doing gameplays, right? On Twitch? Cover some stuff like Iowa. Really? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay. So when you cover those, like the legislation stuff, is it just like a just chatting and you're just discussing how that affects people? All of my friends are starting to do politics a lot, but I can't be mad all the time. Facts. Don't nobody want to be on Twitch like angry 24/7. Like sometimes people just want to chill and not have to think about those wretched things. Y'all go into just chatting, read articles, analysis, brand. Ooh, am I following you? I kind of want to check that out. I wanna see that I want to see that perspective from an actual trans person as opposed to like trans allies to whom those like certain legislations and stuff don't directly affect them. Okay, I just followed, so I'll get that notification. Hold on. Oh, I was about to say, that was a long ass pause. Did my music stop? I do disability stuff as well. Very effective. News happens pretty infrequently. Oh, okay. Well, when that does happen, I will be there. I will ease my ass on into that chat and be there. The disability stuff too. We've spoken about that kind of stuff on here. I'm interested to see what you have to say there too. I wonder, I think I might try looking up Lori Harvey for Winry inspiration. Lori Harvey. that works for me. I feel comfortable with that. Anyways, how have you been? I am doing well. I just moved, so the place looks a little different, but we're mostly done unpacking. Still some stuff that has to be organized, but Shindy did some cleaning the other day, which was nice. Appreciated it. So I'm doing really well. You did not miss much, Zay. We were just chatting. Real John Doe has come, and we were just chatting. Is that filler in her lips? Le filler? Hey, yo, I'm back. We're called. Welcome back. Welcome back. What you had to do? Kind of wanting to use. Alright, cool. They gave me client information. Ooh, okay. Okay, I forget Kage is a working woman. Gotta go get my questions ready. That's what they want. Is that for the cover that you mentioned before? Oh, you did say cover job. Okay. For some reason, I thought when I read cover job, I was thinking something else. I don't know why, but yeah. Lori Harvey has a tiny ass nose. Trying to make sure people understand. Yes, I can draw, but that's not all I can do. I feel that. Here she is, birthday girl! Happy birthday, Kage! Hold on, let me break this, oh lord. Hold on, let me get my thing together. Happy birthday, Kage! Damn, I haven't been on here in so long, they booted me out. That's crazy. Kage, happy birthday! Birthday. I'm trying to get my what's going on here? I'm trying to get my sounds together. Happy birthday, Kage. I don't know if they have happy birthday. Ooh, I wonder if this is like, hold on. Slight distraction happening right now, but I need to know. How, hold on, oh gosh, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna just listen to a preview.
1, 2, 3, 4. Happy, happy birthday to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy, happy birthday, and all your dreams come true. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
Okay, again, but without the music on.
1, 2, 3, 4. Happy, happy birthday to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy, happy birthday, and all your dreams come true. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
Oh, happy birthday, Emperor's New Groove. Yeah. Yo, that scene was hilarious when they were trying to escape the like the diner that they had there or whatever. Like, hey, you see that lady over there that looks older than death? Or some slick shit that Cusco said. It's like today is her birthday. I can pretty much recite that movie. One of my favorites. It's such a good movie, yo. The first time I saw that movie as a kid, this shit had me in tears. In literal tears. Wait, is this the same girl? Man, I don't be following Lori Harvey like that. I'll be honest, I don't totally know what she looks like. So I'm not that familiar with her. She got a tiny ass nose. We know what that's about. She's gonna be the gonna be the Winry reference. Probably smiling a little weird. I low-key want to give Winry a nose ring. I don't know if that's too much, but this is giving me 90s girl nose ring energy. Just like a little one of these. You know how like teenagers had nose rings in the 90s? I gotta let her pay this on my dip for now. Thank you for streaming. See you on the server. Alright, Brandon. Be safe. Be good. Dewy. Yeah, the nose ring, right? Look at that, like that 90s girl, like teenage Brandy in my room nose ring kind of feel. Like, come on now. That's what we're doing for Winry. Winry is having free 90s black girl with the nose ring and the swag. That's what we're doing. nose ring, but no comfy hoodie. No comfy hoodie. It is windry. We're doing mechanic windry. So no comfy hoodie, but plenty of halter top. No, crop top. Not halter top. Plenty of crop top happening right now. Yay. So this is gonna be our windry. Let's see. Who else? I got a lot of the main people. Scarf? Let's see Scarf. The crappiest of crappiest of tops. All crop top. All day, every day. Look at these. I really like the way Azumi came out. Azumi is giving Angela Bassett from what's that one movie in the 90s? I did a commission for somebody of that particular Angela Bassett, but I can't remember. It wasn't Demolition Man, but it was like one of those like dystopian worlds. It's giving that Angela Bassett. It's giving that. Scar is another one that I think can pretty much stay the way he is. Although, what's the name of that one? What's the name of that one guy? This singer. Me and Shinji always listen to this guy in the car. I'm not gonna find that. He made that song, didn't I? Durando. There we go. Did I spell that right? Durando. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Durando. I like the way he looks. He's got like a native look to him. This track, folks. What? That's a level of enthusiasm I was not expecting. Ooh. I kind of like this guy's look. Let me Durando. Like, this is a jazzy motherfucker. Like, look at this face. This is kind of giving me Scar, but like, I mean, obviously not as old. Like, I'd make him a little younger, but hi, Joby. Well, make sure. Wait, it sure don't make love. I'm dead. That was so corny, but it was so cute. Real John Doe said, this track it's not tender. It's not gentle. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was funny. I think I'm gonna do Durando. He's got such a great face. R.I.P. to Durando, number one. He's got such a great face. Like a younger Scar, he'd be younger for sure. But this look is everything for me right now. Now that you're back, oh gosh, what are you gonna ask? Now what? Ooh. Okay. Let's get some. I think it's gonna be the same. This paper is like so sensitive to rough erasers. Is there another thing with scar? Some of these like alternative pictures, like the alternative world of Fullmetal Alchemist, and like the characters being like in an alternative world. Like Arakawa drew them as students in a classroom. It's so freaking funny. Oh, I love it. Where's Scar at? Don't make me look for this man. Oh, here we go. Okay. And my battery is dying naturally, because what else is it gonna do? This finna just be him. His look is like, it's giving Scar. For me at least. Scar can be like Michael K. Williams. He had so many prominent scars on his face. Oh, he had a prominent scar on his face. True, true. Michael K. Williams is not, I don't know. Also, RIP. Both of these people that we're referencing have both passed away. But, he doesn't scream mysterious to me. Michael K. Williams. He I don't know. Scar is like a silent storm. Michael K. Williams doesn't give me silent storm. Michael C.K. Right, who the fuck is Michael C.K., right? We know who Michael CK is. Let's see. Can you imagine walking around with a big X scar on your face like this? Like just trying to do normal shit, like go to the grocery store. Kids is looking at you screaming and crying and shit. Just got done with The Wire with my friends. I am on season, it's either season 4 or season 5 of The Wire. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, like Omar's not mysterious. Omar is very like straight to the point and like terrifying, but in a way that's like not mysterious, if that makes sense. Omar's a Western character. Omar is a Western character. He's definitely got the spaghetti Western energy, which is more, I don't know, it's more confrontational and more, the vibe that I get is just different than what I get for Scar. He's a predatory criminal that lives by a code, like a whole, that's like a whole character. Right. In itself. Isn't working out right. Like, y'all must not know actual criminals. The writers. Yeah, Simon and Burns. I heard that one of them was actually like a crime novelist, and then the other guy was like an ex Baltimore teacher. So outside of certain things that the show was praised for on its accuracy, I guess there was some other stuff that's like, well, you know, we just gonna have this. I think I'm gonna go in with the Urasawa nose. Come on, pencil. One of them was C journalist who covered. Yeah. There's a lot of cop worship. The school parts have a lot of once destructive, once the boundary of recovery. Yeah. There is a lot of cop worship on that show. I will say though, the show does kind of go out of its way to like try to make the quote-unquote bad guys look sympathetic. I was definitely feeling for some characters, but yeah. It definitely does do the well, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't do a ton of cop worship. It does a bit of cop worship, but not a lot, because there is still like a lot of cops on that show that are pretty despicable. Like there's a lot of driving drunk that happens with a lot of those cops on The Wire. So I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily cop worship. Worship might be a little heavy. Nuanced cop characters, maybe, yeah, I would say. Definitely a lot of not a lot of smart decisions being made. Cop apologies. There's a bit of a cop apologist behavior, rhetoric, writing happening on the show for sure. I definitely like the better pre-radicalization. Yeah, the kind of point despicable cops are the bad apples and the good ones do shitty things. It's supposed to be justified a lot of the times. Yeah, that's true. That there is a bit of that happening for sure. Oops. This is too light. This is really light. Why is this so light? This is also really light. Okay. Can't use this on this paper. Change this up. Huge points for the very real life vibe, all about the stuff, not shying away from things. Yeah, it definitely doesn't shy away from a lot of the, unfortunately, all too real issues happening, not just in Baltimore, but all over the U.S. I gotta be honest, as much as I do enjoy the show, there's definitely, like, I definitely learned the hard way that I can't watch this show, like I can't binge watch that. It's heavy. It's too heavy. Too heavy. Bubbles is still the best actor. Bubbles is the best, yo. Bubbles is the best. I'm always worried about Bubbles. I'm always worried about Bubbles. I saw like a documentary on I'm always watching some documentary or some like analysis or whatever on YouTube, but I saw one analysis that was breaking down the show and like talking about how the actor for Bubbles was so good that like even addicts thought he was an actual addict. Like you gotta be on top of your shit. You really gotta be on top of your shit for you to like really look like you done been in some shit for several years. Like, he looked real convincing. Real convincing. I think one thing that I will take from Michael K. Williams might be his scar. Because the way that this scar, like Scar's scar is looking, is not quite working out for me. think we can combine that. Do I have class today? Oh no! I had class today? Did I have class today? Oh no! Oh freak. I had Japanese class today, you guys. Oh shit. I missed it. Okay, well, I'll have class tomorrow. Damn! I thought I wrote it down in my planner. This thick ass Bible. I didn't write it down. I had a feeling I had something that I needed to do. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Cause I'm like, isn't there something? Isn't there something I gotta do? And there was. It's fine though. I'll just have to go tomorrow. I did Japanese in high school. I'm past rusty. Yeah, I remember you telling me. I think we had a conversation or two before when you were here. But yeah, I'm rusty too. I hadn't studied in like 2 months. It sounded interesting in the 8th grade. Were you a weeb? Cause I was. I was teaching myself Japanese when I was like 10, or no, when I was like 12. So I was like, wow, this is cool. I like anime. I wanna learn Japanese because I'm feeling this culture. How wrong I was on certain things. But yeah, that weeb energy. Ooh, doggy. No, actually my class was not weebs. I asked the Hong Kong kid to give me anime. He gave me Ava. And super obnoxious. Oh gosh. Not the weebs being like super obnoxious. Jeez Louise. His eyes are closer together, this guy. Damn, I can't believe I missed a class. Shit. I was trying not to miss any lessons. Since I missed so much already. Alright, Michael K. Williams. I do prefer this scarf better. Do this. You know how it is, we're super genius and watching anime, like absorbed into that stuff. Yeah, totally. That's definitely how I was, for sure, in high school and junior high. Evangelion is a hell of a first anime. Yo, I went to karaoke recently. Y'all know Black Ramen Podcast? They had a karaoke event this past Friday, and I went, and it was being sponsored by Fantastic Frankie and by Otaku Noir, who's here, and Fantastic Frankie got on the stage and was giving away, I mean, they were all giving away prizes, but Frankie was saying how she would give a jacket, I think like her signature jacket away, to whoever could come up with the spiciest hot take. Who won our prize, I guess prize. Exactly. They won the Otaku Noir gift prize. Everybody was getting prizes. everybody was getting buzzed. And one girl, the girl that had won, basically said her spicy take, her hot take was that Evangelion is a trash anime. Yuki! Yo, the audience freaking erupted. I'll be honest with you, I've never finished Evangelion the whole way through. So I'm like, could it be? I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I know. Somebody at the door? The window's open? Oh. You over here just barking at people going upstairs to their homes? What's up with you, dog? You weirdo. It is though. We really had that we had that conversation. Evangelion has a lot of really fucking gross shit. Yeah, from what I saw, I didn't see a lot, so I don't want to like, you know. But it's a little weird. It's a little weird. It just seems like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of themes happening. Even the good parts of the gnosis are regurgitated as gibberish. I don't know. I gotta watch it, but I'm not sure. I'm more of a Children of Whales. Children of Whales, isn't that anime where they were all these people were like living on a boat? Or like were they living on the back of a whale or something like that? I think me and my friend tried to watch it and we couldn't get into it. If that's the same one. Yeah, we couldn't get into that one necessarily. I don't want to say I'm not into adventure stuff, but I'm not super big into adventure anime. It's a big reason why I can't really get into to One Piece like that. Like I kind of can kind of do it. Most people in that setting feed their emotions to the Eldritch Horrors. Fascism in it. Oh, gotcha. Yuki! This little dog's about to go in her cage. It goes places. I hear that it does go places. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I could potentially vibe with it, but I just never finished it. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, come here, dog. I said come here and you go and lay down in your bed. Can you come here, please? Thank you. Put some respect on me. Come here, dog. Come here, dog. Why'd you run to your bed like that? Come on. Come here. Oh. Oh gosh, you would knock out my earring. Alright. Look who's here! It's Yuki! It's Yuki! Say hi, Yuki. She's like, help. It's a small break for pets. It's a small animal break. Why are you being bad and barking at the neighbors who are minding their business and trying to get into their house? Hmm? Hello, bro. Okay, go. Off you go, my dear. She like knocked off the thing from her. Come on, you can lay in your bed. She like knocked off the thing from my plug. I don't know where it went to. Okay. Anyway. It's Ein. Poor Taco. Hey Mel. What's up? What's up? What's up? Nove dies. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh man. Hot take. Cowboy Bebop is P good, but it's not amazing. What's P good? Space Dandy is better. That's hilarious because it's from the same guy. Alright. Ooh, I'm liking this. I like looked away for a second, messing with this damn dog. I'm looking at this on screen, I kinda like it. Cute nails, by the way. Thank you. Oh man, I am starving. Salted caramel twigs and slamming. Wow, crybabe. You're just gonna say that and like not share with nobody? That's how you feel? Oh, Klaus is here too. What the heck? Oh, pretty. Oh. Everybody seems to have this like not disdain. It's not that deep. But everybody seems to now have this like blase-ness about Cowboy Bebop now. But like a year ago it was popping and people were enjoying it and like being nostalgic with it and stuff. And now that I guess the show came out and the show is not good. I don't know. I feel like I see more people like talking about how Cowboy Bebop is mid. I'm just like, where were y'all at before? Because there was definitely, I wasn't seeing all that before. It was popular, huge red flag. But it wasn't popular like that. It wasn't always popular like that though. I wasn't that hot on Trigun either. I liked Trigun. I didn't feel like Trigun was like super duper popular. Like if you knew it, you knew it. But otherwise, I didn't feel like Trigun was that popular. Certainly not in the same vein as like a Cowboy Bebop. Maybe that's just me. I actively hate Berserk based on Banner the Hawk anime due to how it ends with Casca. I'm hard to please like that. I love Berserk. I hate what they did to Casca. I do, and I wish that Casca wasn't done the way that she was done, because it's fucked up. And we need to not make that be a precedent for like strong female characters in anime. But the work is dated, and it's not for me. Like it wasn't created for me, you know, like it wasn't created with the idea that like women would read or like non-binary people would read. Like I don't even think that passed his mind at all. Like Noir wasn't thinking about that shit. So it's still a masterpiece in my mind. I really love Berserk. I love it a lot more than I thought I would love it when I first found out about everything that went down, because that was the first thing I had found out about, because my best friend was into Berserk before I got into it. I got into Berserk real late in the game. I'm talking like, I think I got into Berserk like 2019. I got in real late, but I always knew about it, I just never read it. And my friend, my best friend had been into it a little earlier, but then the shit with Casca had happened. She had gotten to that point and was kind of like, okay, I'll keep going. And then the demon horse, I think she got to the demon horse and was like, I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, I've passed the demon horse. I passed that arc. I haven't started reading again yet though, because you know, Berserk is dark though. It's heavy. Definitely, I need a breather, so I haven't gotten back on it, but am planning to. I was not prepared for my trauma to be dredged up in the series finale. Yeah, no one warned me. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that it's intense. It's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like the movies were worse for what happened to Cosmo, because the animation was so good. Like, okay, that's debatable, right? Not a lot of people like the animation for the Berserk movies. I didn't think that they were bad. I thought that they were better than the 2016 show. I didn't watch the show. I just saw clips and I was like, I'm never watching that. I'm good. I will just read the manga and like that would just be the only source. But the animation was too fluid. It was a little too good. And that scene fucked me up a little bit. I was watching at night too. I don't know if I binged all of the episodes, but I was watching at night and was just like, I'm not ready. I was getting anxiety because I knew it was coming, but then like when it happened, I was like, oh gosh, this is a lot. You've seen Iron-Blooded Orphans, huge revolutionary vibes. I have not seen that. What is that about? Let's see. Revolutionary. Oh, Iron. Hi, Joby. I said hi to you before, and then you ran off and disappeared, and like didn't answer me. Iron-Blooded Orphans. I have not seen this. I'm not sure. Well, not that I'm not sure. I'm not like huge on mecha anime. I'll catch a few of them here and there, like some of the Macross stuff, but like I don't know. If it's good, I'll check it out. I did like what's that one Gundam that came out, that one Gundam series with the shining finger? Was that the Gundam G? Is that what that was? Or am I making that up? I feel like he should look a little more menacing than this. Had some internet issues, but I'm back. As I was gonna say before, that long ass like that long ass length of time you were trying to do a hydrate. All right, I have only a little bit of water right now, so here's your hydrate. You've been dehydrated for way too long. Oh, yeah, it's a rough discussion. It is mecha anime, but straight up optimism anime that's 100% about the liberatory struggle. Also the mecha part, like everyone else has guns, like they're swordless, dude. 800-ton insert bludgeons. Whoa. Inert bludgeons. Whoa. You just busting people upside the head? That's like your superpower? Like, that's wild, yo. This head is a little crooked. Yeah, it's fucking great. Just busting motherfuckers upside the head. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, here we go. This was the eye shape I was aiming for. My data's pretty bad today. Just pause the stream. Oh no! Are you at home? Why is your data so bad? It's too bright. I think this is gonna be my scar. See, that's exactly why your internet's messed up. Your job was like, I know these funky ass workers not doing their work, so cut the internet. Wahaha. Shueisha's making a game company. What? Also doing a double. It gets pretty bad in a cafe. Ah. Manager just reboots the router when people are on break. Yo, could you imagine? That's so fucked up. Oh my gosh. Did you cut your hair or is it braided? I actually have it twisted up. I was gonna put my green hair on today, but I didn't have enough time. It was either have the camera set up or put my wig on. So I could only do one at a time. Feeling the normal scar. Let's do this. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I can't believe I missed my class. I really try not to miss my classes. Even before I had to take a bit of a hiatus so that I could move. I'm gonna be trying not to miss my classes. I'm gonna have to go. It's pausing too much and for too long. See you in Discord though. Okay, Joby. Have a good rest of your day. Don't get in trouble at work. Happy birthday to our small queen. Oh, that's so cute. You are our small queen, Kage. Oh man. Chicken scratch. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do one more. I think that's gonna be scarf for now. I may or may not. May or may not change it. Just peeped his pic in the Discord. Oh Lord. What is this child doing? Oh, this the you talking about Joby's Joby's profile picture? Oh my god. I hope it's not like a GIF, so that when he joins us on the voice chat, I don't know, the lips will start moving. Oh my gosh, I just had the greatest idea for Alex Armstrong. Oh man. Yeah. Watch his hair. Watch his picture start moving. I don't know what it's gonna do, but her face is gonna be like moving or something. Oh gosh, I'm starting to get hungry. Where is... Hang on, y'all, I'm just getting some reference. I'm thinking Bing Ring vibes here. Let me find Alex. Okay, here we go. Yo, 100,000 for a one-time commission bet. That means no more of them sound, no more sound requests from you. That's it. And if it's too easy to get, I'm bumping up the price. Now let me stop. It's got a mustache. For 100K, I would commission my booty. Whoa. You You ain't bumping up nothing, bruh. How dare you come in here and talk to me with such disrespect? I'll bump it all up. This is just starting to look like Armstrong, but like with an afro. I didn't want to do this. It's not an afro here. When I hit the 100K, better not be any technical difficulties. You are funny, Zay. The disrespect. Truly the disrespect. Technical difficulties. Lord. First of all, you're rich. That's number one. You got mad collective coins. You're rich. That's number one. Number two, what we not gonna do is pretend like technical difficulties don't be happening over here. Like, look at my viewer counter, for one. That shit has been on 0 since we started. It is a lie. So that's number one. You know good and well there'd be nothing but technical difficulties over here. That is a fact, sir. That's like saying I better look up at the sky and there better not be clouds. It better not be blue. Like, okay. The commission would be... What in the world is that? That's no better. Is that a bike, a camera, and a biker? Oh, you know what? Let's get real black with it. Let's give this man. Let's give him one of these. There we go. Bikes? Oh my gosh, Zay, if you got to that point where you could get a commission and you asked me to commission a bike, a drawing of somebody riding a bike for you, I would never forgive you, bro. I'ma just be honest. I would never forgive you. You would be blacklisted from stream. You would never have privileges for commissions again. All that waiting, all that build-up, never again. Never again. The commission is nothing but engine shots for the Fast and Furious manga covers. Oh my god, no. No. Please, please no. Y'all are trying to end me. Oh. Okay. Speaking of the wire, let me look up. Let me look up the wire. You look up the wire, and on Pinterest you only get wired jewelry. That should be a crime. That should absolutely be a crime. Have a good alert, Mel. Also, you must listen to the gas the entire time. What's gas? Bike, boulder. What if you don't assume it would just be one? I hate you so much. No, not you trying to, like, not with the casual torture. Like, what's up with you? Oh my god, no. The Initial D song. I've never seen Initial D. I feel like such an anime novelist, like just freaking noob. But I promise you, I'm not an anime noob. You were talking about stuff that's like either old or obscure, and usually that's in my wheelhouse. But not for these animes that you're bringing up. This is a good track too. This is what's this man's name? Carl Casey. He does very good, very good tracks. My Pinterest is all Grim Reaper memes. My Pinterest is usually anime pages, aesthetically pleasing rooms, old movie posters, and like comic covers. You know, just the regular, just the usual. Where's who is this? Not me like trying to find reference for The Wire and getting like decades old tea. What happened here? Okay, this is not working out. Trying to find some reference of some old black dudes with some beards, some goatees in particular. Cause this is not, I don't know, he's not feeling black enough for me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You can make him Dr. Umar with the man bun in the front. I'm dead. Oh, that's a good one though. Oh, this guy was shot? Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. These little lips. This man got a wide face. This is that ain't gonna work. Who other like muscular black guys? Or like big muscular. Not like Idris Elba muscular. All I'm getting is Ving Rhames. The Ving Rhames doesn't have any wait, that's a lie. He does have some mustache, yeah. Some mustache pictures. A lot of these black guys with mustaches, they ain't got a lot of big lips. Yeah, a lot of people from The Wire died. Yeesh. That was tea I did not need to drink. Luke Cage, the actor. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. What's his name? Michael Coulter. Mike Coulter. Okay. Yeah, he's pretty big. He's husky big. What is this? Artsy Vibes, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope your Tuesday is doing well. Just to let you know what we're working on. I have been hired by the amazing Otaku Noir, who's in the chat, to create some melanated versions of Fullmetal Alchemist characters. Right now I'm working on Alex Armstrong, and I'm trying to find some reference. Mike Coulter is a good is a good point of reference. Wow, there's pictures of him looking a little smaller than what he looked like. Huh, was he that small in Luke Cage? Huh, I think he's gotten bigger since Luke Cage. He's just like all over the place, body wise. Like there's some small him, and then there's some medium him, and then there's like extra buff him. There's a lot going on there. Let's see. I gotta play Bad Boy on movie right now. Oh, Baby Boy. Oh my god. I've never seen Baby Boy. I heard some stuff, but I ain't never seen it. me check out some other stuff with Armstrong in it. It's always like it's always the characters that I'm trying to specific characters I'm trying to find. I can never seem to find them. Why is that? Yo, since we are since I'm drawing Fullmetal Alchemist, who is your favorite Fullmetal Alchemist character? Or like which character do you feel like is most like you? Every time I watch Fullmetal Alchemist, I always think about this about this question. I always I kind of oscillate between Izumi and Alphonse. I'm definitely I have an older sister, and I'm definitely in that Alphonse space. I think this is like an Armstrong. Who's next? Ugh, I'm so mad that I missed my class, man. Damn. Scar, Maze, Alex. Lisa. Roy Mustang. Roy Mustang, that's your favorite? Do you feel like he's also more like close to your personality? Risa is next. I love how much artwork she did for this series, man. Yes, but he's definitely more of a badass than I am. Oh, Izumi's definitely more of a badass than I am as well. So I definitely feel that sentiment. Hello, how do I say your name? Cartonson? Hello. I appreciate the twerk. Is that a panda? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Welcome. How are you? How's your Tuesday going? Good, here for good vibes. You came to the right place because we have just been chilling, trying to get some art done, you know. What are you up to on this fine Tuesday? As I re-up my lead. Where is the lead? Hi, Klaus. Ooh. It's too much lead. was gonna have time to do some pages. I do not. I definitely do not. Okay. Resell. Miss Hawkeye. We're gonna keep it nice and sweet and simple. Probably do a little bit more than that. I'm trying to think about all the like home hairstyles that the girls have. Because Risa's hair is for efficiency. Ooh, I wonder. I'm low-key taking inspiration from my own hairstyle. This is like the main go-to. You're not trying to impress nobody. You're not trying to look fancy. Just two braids or two big kind of twists happening. Change her earring. kind of filament. Arisa. Yeah, I like this. Risa. That feels like Risa to me. I'm feeling that. Alright, y'all. Your girl is starving right now. Oh man. I'm also in need of a break. So, I think this is gonna be where we part for today. Oh gosh, I haven't ended a stream in so long. What do? I think we are going to raid our good friends. Cryomera.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
So I'm not seeing her in some time. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm starving. Whew. What time is it? Oof, it's almost 5. Golly. I didn't eat any lunch. Sorry, Dave. I'll be back on though. Ooh, Cryo's got a new a setup. Oh shit, she's not the only one with a new like layout. Okay, cool. Very nice, very nice. Alright, y'all. Let's see if I remember how to do this shit, because I ain't been on here in a minute, right? Let's see if we can get some raiding done. Alright, you guys, I'm freaking starving. I can't believe I'm back on. It's been so freaking long, yo. Like 2 months feels like 2 years. I feel like I haven't been on here in ages. But anywho, you guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm starving. Thanks for joining, and thanks for welcoming me back to my stream home with open arms. Appreciate y'all. I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to get to Resenter, but I just obviously did not have the time. It was a chatty one. It was balanced. We got some work done, but like it was also a little chatty, so it was cool. It's a nice balance. But yes, I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna send y'all to my dear friend Cryomera. We'll catch you on the next one. Absolutely, Zay. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna go. Did I do that right? Oh, yes. Your girl did not forget. Alright, you guys. I will see y'all soon. Peace.